Hello and welcome back to episode 77 of Take to the Skies, St Albans FC. We're back after a long run of games since you were last with us, but we are still going well at the top end of the league, although we have slipped up a little bit more in the last few games. Before we get into this game, please do leave a like down below, comment if you are enjoying the content of the channel, leave a prediction for the game against Chester in the FA Cup third round, subscribe as well if you're enjoying everything that I'm putting out at the moment. Since you were last with us when we beat Woking and drew with Wigan, we then followed up with a 4-1 win against Gillingham, a 1-0 win against QPR, which I was really happy with. We did then lose to Sheffield Wednesday, one of the teams who are at the top battling us. Then we had a 2-0 win against Mansfield, 3-2 hard-fought win against Shrewsbury, then beat Notts County 4-1. We've not had much trouble with them both games this season. Then we had a 1-1 draw with Coventry, lost 4-0 to Charlton, which was a bit out of the blue. Bounced back with a 2-0 win against Crewe, and then got smashed 4-1 by Peterborough. We then finally played the game against Crawley in the FA Cup second round. It was due, I think it was after the Mansfield game, and then it got postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. It ended up 2 days after the Peterborough game. We won that 2-0 into the third round of the FA Cup. Of course, as I've mentioned, we played Chester, and we haven't had the fourth round draw yet, but we're in a great position here. Chester, a National League team. They are top of the National League. But hopefully we've got enough about us today to get past this. Let's get into it. For the lineup today, we've got Kennedy in goal. We've made him our cup goalkeeper. We've got Bicer, Bradford and York as the back three. Akinola, Torre, Hill and Louise as the middle four. Then Mwanga, Davani and Bennett as the front three. So we've gone strong at the back, strong up front. A little bit more rotated in midfield. But I think we should have enough about us. I still think Torre and Louise and Hill, they're good enough at this level. They're just not quite as good as some of the other guys we've got, but they definitely deserve a chance, especially Carl Hill. And let's get into the game. We've got a throw-in, which Louise gets to Akinola. He gets tackled, but Torre gets it to Mwanga. Back to Akinola now. Roque has gone down for Chester. Akinola back to Torre. Ball towards the far post. Bennett with the header, and it's just over the bar. A good effort. We got a throw in late on in the first half. York clears it away to Bennett and then gets it forward to Mwango. Heads through to Davani. He shoots from range because he was getting closed down, but it was a poor shot in the end. Half time, 0-0. It's been a very even game and not really much happened. So what we are going to do now is send Pring on for Hill in the hopes that he can make something happen in the second half. 20 minutes to go. We haven't managed to get a goal here so far. So we are going to send Sharp on for Mwanga and then swap him and Davani over. And we'll also send Burn on the left-hand side. A bit more of a creative outlet from the left-hand side. We'll go positive as well. At half-time, we've actually drew 0-0 in a game where, as you've seen, nothing really happened of interest. So we're going to tell them that we're not happy with that. It's another game that we've got to play. And we've already got quite a packed schedule. I think what we'll do is we'll just go and play the Chester game in the second half of this episode. But before we head to Chester, we will do the FA Cup fourth round draw to see who we've got as potential opponents. West Ham are the first team out the hat. Our parent club, of course. But we don't draw them. Looking at this stage, fourth round, we're looking at either one of the remaining League 1 or League 2 teams, if there are any other League 2 teams, or one of the big Premier League teams to, as usual, make a bit of money out of it. That would have been a great draw, Oldham or Colchester. We've, in fact, got Burnley at home. We've beat Burnley once this season, so it's not... No, we beat Bournemouth this year. But it's not out of the question that we could cause an upset against Burnley, particularly at home. I think there is potential there if we can get through to play them. We have definitely played Burnley at some point. I think it might have been last season. So it was actually quite a long time ago, 24, 25, so 5 years ago that we played Burnley. We did lose 4-1 in the FA Cup third round. But we've come on a long way since then. You can see that was when we were in the National League. You never know, but we've got to navigate past Chester first, so let's head over to that game. So in between times, we got a 2-1 win against Burton Albion and a 2-2 draw with Crawley Town, who did have a man sent off, but it was very late on in the game, although being 2-0 up at half-time would have been nice to have got the win. Let's see if we can get through to the FA Cup 4th round. And the lineup for the game against Chester, we've got Gowdy in goal, Bradford, Phillips and new signing Ari as the centre-backs, Barrow, Albrighton, Pring and Vukaj as the middle four, with Sharp, Devani and Bennett as the front three. We're going a bit more full strength in this second game. Really trying to go for it in this one. We want to make sure we do go through. Free kick just outside the box for Chester. Gorman stood over it. It's straight into the wall though, and then he goes out to collect it. What can he do from there? Sends a cross to the far post. Gets a shot off, but Gowdy makes the save, thankfully for ourselves. Corner though, Gorman sends it in, Vukaj heads away, and Devani has collected it and is breaking away. Can he get a ball to somebody else here? He's tackled, but it goes out to Bennett, who's then tackled by Gibbons, and the clearance. Free kick from the back, Phillips with a bit of a dodgy header that Roque collects. There's a block there and Albrighton collects it. He then clears it away. Sharp heads down to Devani, who gets a shot off and forces a very good save out of Ratcliffe. We get a corner though. Barrow. Is he going to go short to Albrighton? He is. Back to Barrow. And then he gets another corner. This time I imagine it's going to go into the box. And it does, towards the far post. Bennett can't get to it though. Throw in for Chester, but Phillips clears it away as Roque tried to get in. Sharp does well to get a tackle in, get the ball to Barrow. He breaks away down the side, gets a shot off, but Ratcliffe with another good save. But we've got a corner once again. Barrow with the corner, sends it in towards the far post. Ari got his head to it, but it's cleared away. Bennett back to Albrighton on the edge. Ari drills it into the box, but gets in the way. Harrott is breaking away for Chester now. And Albrighton with a crunching tackle there does really well. Gowdy with the ball goes long. It's headed back to Gorman by Gibbons. Marcuson gets it forward and then Phillips with an interception. Albrighton collects it. Ball forward to Bennett, but back to Vukaj. Being a bit patient here. Vukaj trying to find space on the left. Gets it just inside him to Pring, who gets a cross in. Sharp can't win the header though, and then it's headed away to Harrott for Chester to try and break away. What can he do with it? He's got a man with him through to Odion, who's chipped the keeper, and Chester lead 1-0 just before half time. I've also just noticed we're playing in our away kit in our home game, which is very strange. I don't know why it's took me that long to notice either, but disappointing way to go 1-0 down, and Ari throwing is cleared away for us as Bennett collects it. He tries to go across field to Sharp, but it's easily intercepted. Roque forward to Harrott, back to Knowles. McCaskill tries to get it forward, but Bradford heads away. Devani through to Sharp. One-on-one with the keeper, and he equalises. We're back in it. 1-1. We need to go and get another one now and make sure we qualify from this game, which we really should have done in the first leg. Bradford with the strong clearance. Bennett wins the header. Devani gets Sharp one-on-one. Easy finish for Sharp there. Knowles with a throw-in for Chester. Roque gets it back to him, and then McCaskill is nearly closed down by Barrow. Gets it forward to Harrott, and then the next chance he gets the ball, it's a poor ball, but Knowles heads it straight to Barrow, who's got space to attack. Can he get a cross in here? He's trying to get space for it. Does get a cross in to Vukaj at the far post. He's got absolutely no one marking him. And it's a free header into an almost empty net with where the keeper was positioned. And we lead 2-1 now. And it's all come from this brilliant ball from Vukaj, and they just don't have enough men to deal with us in the box. And we lead. Couple of changes we're going to make here. Torre coming on for Albrighton, and we're going to bring Phillips off for Bisa, just because of that yellow card. Knowles with a throw-in for Chester on the left-hand side, quite deep in our half. tries to get to Roque, who turns and shoots, and Chester have equalised in fashion that's very easy for them. Roque picks up the ball in far too much space, just turns Phillips, and the shot at the near post should not be beating Galdi. Free kick goes to the far post. Devani collects it from Vukaj, but it's cleared away, and then Bennett and Heaven battling for it on the right hand side goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, and we've reached extra time. It's still 2-2 on aggregate. On aggregate? We're not on aggregate. It's 2-2 in the game, which is not good enough. We should absolutely have won it by this point. We're going to send Hill on for Pring and Mwanga on for Shah. Corner for Chester. Meckerson sends it in, but Torre heads away. Benares collects it, brings it back down the right hand side, and Devani with a good tackle there, but then it ends up coming out to Needs at the edge. Back to Gibbons. Ball in behind, and Odian got the shot off. Very good save from Galdi. Probably shouldn't be giving him a chance at saving that, but it's out for a corner. Markinson's going to send this one in, and it's headed away. Benares collects it again though, and Mwanga clears it away, but it's a yellow card for Devani there for just a blatant foul right in front of the referee. Free kick for Chester. Odian is stood over it. What can he do with it? Goes for a curler, but Galdi makes a save. Corner for Barrow, sends it in. Heaven heads it away. Mwanga collects it though. Gets into space on the right. Cross goes towards the far post. Bennett heads it over the bar though. Gibbons with a long throw that goes straight through to Fellows. That was a little bit poor from Vukaj. Ball's gone into the box, and Belarus has put Chester 3-2 in the lead now. And that was some horrendous defending from Vukaj and from all three of the defenders here. I think, no, it's Ari who was caught off guard. And then the drill ball in, just nobody's alive to that. That's pathetic defending. We should be the National League team based on that. Vukaj has had to go off injured, which could be the end of this game. We've sent Barrow and Hill further forward, Torre into the hole and mid, but we are really struggling to get a late goal to equalise in this game. Thrown for Chester late on here. Gibbons throws it to Markusson, then back to Needs, goes across to Sullivan. Benarouz in space just misses a chance to seal the game for Chester, and in a horrendous performance, we have gone out 3-2 against Chester after extra time. So we've had the extra 30 minutes of football and still lost it, which is very frustrating. Defence conceding 3 goals to a National League team, it's not good enough. And we had a chance to play Burnley, which would have been a money-making game as well. Really poor performance, and I'm really annoyed with that game. But we are still top of the league, so we've got to look at it that way. So I think what we'll do now, we'll come back somewhere around Scunthorpe and MK Dons, just so that we can get February out the way, because there's not many games between now and then we've got a nice run to the end of the season. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below, comment your prediction for the end of the season, subscribe if you are enjoying the content of the channel, and thank you very much for watching.